Hello everyone. So today I wish to explain how to use request dispatcher. Request dispatcher in servlet. The request dispatcher interface provides the facility of dispatching the request to another resource. It may be HTML, servlet or JSP. This interface can also be used to include the content of another resources also. The resource can be dynamic or static. It is one of the way of servlet collaboration. There are two methods defined in the request dispatcher interface. We can discuss them. How to create an object of request dispatcher. There are three ways to get an object. First one is request dispatcher and second one is this one and third one is this one. First one, path is a string specifying the path name to the resource's servlet HTML file or JSP file. In the second one, name is a string specifying the name of a servlet to wrap. In third one, path is a string specifying the path name to the resource. If it is relative, it must be relative to the current servlet. Methods of request dispatcher interface. The request dispatcher interface provides two methods. They are public void forward and public void include. This is forward method and this is include method. This is a small video for example. The first step is we must make a project name dispatcher1. After that, we must make two servlet pages in the Plus package. Now, unnecessary code was cleared because it is very easy for me. Response was created for identifying servlet A. After that, we can create a request dispatcher object. Firstly, we check forward method. project was deployed. And servlet B was cleared and create a response for identifying servlet B. Now let's check. You can see in servlet A, content was servlet B. Now let's change method. Forward was to include. Now when we check this, we can see content A and content B both. In previous slide, we saw include and forward method different. Let's discuss both of methods difference. Include method, it contains data of JSP, other servlet or HTML files for a response. In forward method, it is useful to forward the request to another response. In include method, another file will be included in the current file. But in forward method, client request will get forwarded to the following page. For processing input value and deciding the outcome by returning a particular response page, the include method is used in include method. For the common boilerplate text of template markup, the following is used. Once the control is returned to the client, any activity such as calling another servlet or another request dispatcher object can be performed in include method. In forward method, once the control is returned to the client, the output cannot be modified. This method is normally used to include other web resources such as banner content, copyright information, and so on. Forward method is normally used when further processing is given to another web resources. Include method is slow to execute, but the forward is faster to execute. Send redirect. In case of send redirect, request is transferred to another resource to different domain or different server for further processing. When you use send redirect contain transfer the request to client or browser, so URL given inside the send redirect method is visible as a new request to the client. In case of send redirect call, all request and response objects are lost because it's treated as new request by the browser. In address bar, we are able to see the new redirect address. It's not transparent. Send redirect is slow because one extra round trip is required, because completely new request is created and all request is lost. Two browser requests required. But in send redirect, if we want to use, we have to store the data in session or pass along with URL. Thank you.